the device was never finished, many still see it as commemorating
Mojave Desert.
an extraterrestrial encounter.
When you come to the Mojave Desert, there are a couple of places you have to go. You have to go to Joshua Tree National Park. Then you have to go to the INtEgraTRon.
Yep.
And people come from around the world to see it.
It's
The
nice to do the
is the
cabin there.
Historically of UFO culture.
There's talk of trying to re-engineer the
Sorry
INtEgraTron
about
at
the
some
film.
point in the future to have the spinning armature outside and generate this electronic field. Many scientists and physicists and experimenters have been going out there for a couple of decades now, and there definitely is something subtly going on energetically at the INtEgraTron. It is still a frequency machine.
If extraterrestrials really did give Van Tassel instructions for how to build the INtEgraTron, might the same alien beings one day choose another human conduit to finish the project? That humanity simply was not ready to possess such powerful technology. If so, it would not be the first time.
Throughout history, we have individuals who claim to have been mysteriously given information that would lead to the advancement of humankind. In the 1400s, Leonardo da Vinci said that ideas came to him during meditation. He sketched things like helicopters and tanks, all sorts of devices that couldn't be realized in his lifetime. In the early 20th century, the Indian mathematician Ramanujan credited a Hindu god with giving him theorems that mystified everyone at the time, but which now form the basis of string theory. And then we have Nikola Tesla, who claimed that he was communicating with aliens and that he had the key to wireless energy. But he died.
This glare is nice. I like it. Sorry if it bothers you guys.
So it may be that
But I'm not sorry.
in these cases, we were given information we weren't quite ready for, but that would be realized at some future time.
I feel very confident in the fact that this is a work of pure inventive genius, and if it's not aligned with contemporary values, that doesn't invalidate its genius. But there's no question that some catalytic event shifted his focus from being a businessman, an engineer, to having this vision for something almost extraterrestrial.
Because of George Van Tassel's mysterious death in 1978,
Mysterious death.
the INtEgraTron was never completely
1978.
finished. But it's fascinating to think that George Van Tassel did meet with extraterrestrials, and they showed him the future.
Yeah,
Some people
more
have
likely.
speculated that the extraterrestrial agenda is all about a continuous process of evolution
333.
to improve us, to make us more intelligent, to civilize us, perhaps, to bring us to a level where perhaps one day we'll be fit to take a wider role on the galactic stage.
This phenomenon that's taking place today is as old as our history.
Ah.
Civilization, this isn't anything new that's occurring. They're walking among us on the earth all the time and we don't realize it.
Is it possible that the INtEgraTron provides a glimpse into humanity's future? Was George Van Tassel chosen to plant the seed that will give rise to the next giant step in humankind's evolution? One of the lifetimes that are measured not in years, but centuries. Perhaps the INtEgraTron is more than it appears, and only when we are able to activate it will we be empowered to fulfill our alien destiny.
Yeah. Prometheus. So as I was saying, 444. Yay. So as I was saying, I feel that after I've gone to INtEgraTron, I feel that I've had more contacts, you know. If I wasn't so spooky and if I wasn't so scary or whatever, I may have not asked them to not show up again for a minute. Well, I mean, I just don't like being scared because we all get fearful of the shit that we don't know about. We're fearful of the things that we don't know nothing about. If it's unfamiliar to us, we're afraid of it. So yeah, I got spooked the first time, and as I mentioned, I was speaking with my best friend, and this woman, whenever I speak with her, get together with her, she gives me like this, man, she gives me like this 555. That's what she gives me. She gives me such like oomph, like I don't know, like she gives me like the keys to the things that I need, you know. And I hope I did the same for her. I love her last letter to me, talking about how I've been there for her. Okay, I'm making this video about her, but she deserves her own videos about her. So right now, I'm just basically saying that after I spoke with her, like I got like I was in the kitchen and it was dark outside. It was nighttime, and I was sitting by the kitchen window. I was literally sitting on the counter, by the sink and everything, and then I was speaking with her for like maybe a couple hours, and then something caught my attention. I believe I was still on the phone with her, and we were about to get off the phone, I believe, or I want to say we were still on the phone with each other. But I think when the phone either cut off or, oh man, I'll remember it. I'll remember it precisely, like what happened. 7:28. I'll remember precisely what happened. If I happen to focus on it or whatnot. So anywho, I want to say, okay, let's just say, okay, maybe the phone cut off or whatever, and then I was speaking with her for a couple of hours, and it was time for us to go anyways. But something caught my attention, and then I looked outside the window, and then it's just like I'm like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? Because the first ones were right outside the window, like they were looking straight at me. And then I want to say there's 3 of them, and I say the reason why I say 2 or 3 of them is because the third person kind of like falls back. Third person out of that 3, like it's kind of like less visible than the first one for sure, and the second one. The first one and the second one is who you can see. And I want to say they're all yes, they're all female. They're all females, right? And then for some reason, like more and more of them popped up behind them and on the beside of them. And then they were like male and female. I did not know what to do. Plus me, like, chilling on the counter and everything. That means I have to jump down. You know, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to like wake anybody up or anything. I forgot where bro was at that time. Maybe I want to say he's already asleep. Bro Gato. He may have already been asleep. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he was. I think it was one of his nights where, he partied or whatever, had some brews or whatever, and then went to sleep, and then I was still talking to my best friend, because sometimes we talk late sometimes. And we haven't spoke to each other in a long time. So that was the first time. The second time was I was in Torrance, which is coincidentally I'm in Torrance again. So I should be here for a couple more days, and I want to find out if I can link with homegirl who I want to do the modeling for a company, her clothing company called Dream Weaver. It's like it's dance apparel. Anywho, I was in a Torrance loft, which is called the Mayfair. Mayfair reminds me so much of my second best friend. Well, when I was staying at that loft, 1111. When I was staying at that loft, I was meditating. There'd be like so many times where I'll just be meditating, and next thing you know, I'm out. Like I've had like so much hibernation, Usually before when I would hibernate because I'm like like asleep or something. I mean, I'm sorry, I needed a heal or something. But oh, no, no, no. Okay, I got distracted, y'all. What I'm trying to say is that when I used to just fall asleep a lot, it was due to depression, you know. But came to find out that wherever that place where I was experiencing that a lot was, there was an entity there that is of that behavior. So when I was staying in Torrance, oh my God, about 6 months ago, now I'm thinking about it. It's probably around that time that my homegirl, my best friend Tiffany, was probably like wanting to really speak with me more. Maybe I had a couple of things over there happen. Well, one is angels showed up next to me as I was sleeping. And funny how that was caught on video. I'll talk about that later. And then one of the other times I was meditating, like for real, and I wanted to get into my piano and stuff, my keyboard. I said keyboard and they said keyhole. Keyhole. Keyhole, see? So, anywho, uh, 1331. So, the second time was I was meditating, as I mentioned, and I was falling asleep, and it was around a time when I think I was getting REM sleep, when you're halfway in and halfway out. And I swear to you, where I had these fucking, oh my God, annoying bugs, man. Where I had these 1414.
So it has a ritual and symbolic significance. We are aware that there are things we do not know, that there are energies that affect human life and all other life that we are still learning, just barely beginning to grasp. So the keyhole image symbolically represents the possibility that such gateways can be opened.
Whoa. Looks crazy, right?
Could the keyhole symbol carry a profound message for humanity?
Okay, so
Ancient sites across the globe, so that future generations would notice it and attempt to understand it. Perhaps further clues can be found examining the connection between the keyhole shape and the ancient gods.
It's crazy because this image, that image right there,